right, man. We got Jermell Charlo calling out Vergil, Ortiz, and Jaron, Ennis. Let's get into it, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Yeah, hit the link tree, join me on Patreon, the whole nine. So here y'all boy go. Here y'all go. He says boxing is not a team sport. This is Jermell Charlo on X. So the next move is always the best move. I don't know what the F they fussing about, but I've always heard you do something right when you're doing something right when other teams start feuding. 154 is the most overlooked division. I'll fix the problem. Send me the contract, Oscar De La Hoya or Eddie Hearn. So basically what he said, basically what he's saying is that, you know, Vergil Ortiz is ducking, they feuding. And I wouldn't, you know, and I'm definitely going to say this. I'm definitely going to say this, bro. They did this shit with Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, with Canelo and Derevchenko. These Hispanics will do anything not to get in the ring. Some of these fighters will do anything not to get in the ring. So this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing new. They do this play. They fight. They fuss amongst each other, you know, just to get out of a fight. Don't let them fool you. They fuss amongst each other just to get out of a fight. Don't none of this fool me. Don't none of this surprise me. But you know, for Jermell Charlo, the rumor around the street, he won $5 million. Don't nobody got $5 million to give him. Maybe he willing to come down off the price. This particular fight was $6 million for the fight purse with upside on the back end. 3 to Vergil, 3 to Jaron. From what I understand, Vergil asked for more than double. He asked for 7. Originally, Turkey was gonna pay 5. Maybe Turkey would get in and buy Jermell and Jaron boots in this. Because you know, Oscar De La Hoya said they just work with, you know, with Jermell Charlo. I remember with PBC in the Saudi, so they just work together. I know Jaron, Ennis, and you know, Eddie and still has a relationship with Turkey. And Turkey said, just come back to me, you know, after your tune-ups when you want something for real. So at this point, it's something for real. If he deems it something for real, and honestly, I don't know what you got to gain from Jermell Charlo, who ain't been in the ring in forever. Like, what do you really got to gain? I mean, he got a name, but at the end of the day, I don't think his name, it never was that big. It's a nice little stepping stone to keep it a beam, but his name was never like some monumental name. You know, some name like it didn't get to the point of Errol Spence. It didn't get to the point where he was Hagler or Thomas Hearns, or he was in that realm. He was in that realm, in my opinion. And maybe I'm wrong, but I guess he is a name, but he ain't fought, you know, going on 3 years. 2 and some change. So he ain't fought and going on 3 years. And last time he did it for the culture. And he embarrassed the culture, he embarrassed himself. Then he said, you know, I believe his brother, Jamal, and I believe him when he said this. He said he moved up in weight wrong. When I seen him on the scales, I told people he moved up in weight wrong. I could tell on the scales when he moved up in the weight wrong. And people said, CJ, he looked good. And what you talking about? I already knew. With his genetics, he definitely should have moved up a lot better, a little bit lighter, kept his mobility. And I think really his body failed him. And that's why, you know, he gave the performance he did. Crawford, they did the shit to the science. Crawford spent the money. You know what I'm saying? Crawford did shit to the, you know, they did the proper, you know, he had the strength conditioning coach, got with Victor Conti, got with Bomac. They put a plan in place. And, you know, that's what it was. And I think for, you know, Jermell Charlo, he just tried to wing it. And, you know, he got them same great genetics like he got them same great genetics as Terrence Crawford does. I just think, you know, he was out before the fight. He was out, you know, over a year before he took the Canelo fight. So, you know, honestly, I think his body failed him being out the ring. You know, I never really see the Charlos out of shape regardless. So I think, you know, maybe he gave him some time to grow mentally. Maybe he gave him some time to grow physically. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but my thing is, can he make 154? And also, where's the ambition to go up there and win another title in another weight class? I don't get it. See, when Canelo came through and offered him the fight, you know, it was ambition to go get that money. What's that same ambition to really go up there and get another title and make yourself a real Hall of Famer in the sport? Where's that will to be great? You know, that's the $1 million question. Where's the really the will for him to be great? If y'all hear that, it's Miles. He wants the stomach rub, so my bad. All right, like 4 rubs now, 4 scratches, but yeah, that's in my opinion, that's just the God honest truth about it. Um, but as far as him and Jaron getting in the ring, I mean, I think he got enough seasoning. I think he got enough game to get Jaron out of there. I think he can clip Jaron Ennis. It depends what's left. He can still take a punch, and he still can do the things that he can move the way he was moving before he left 54. Because remember, he cutting down from 68 back down to 154 pounds. Yeah, I mean, he got experience. I think he can catch Jaron Ennis. But boy, oh boy, if he don't catch Jaron Ennis, he probably gonna get a beat down. I would just favor Jaron Ennis. Maybe you could even make a case that it might be even from the point of we ain't, Jaron Ennis had never fought a fighter this caliber. Even though for Jaron Ennis, you're gonna hear, well, he was off for 2 years and some change, right? But Jaron ain't really fought nobody of this caliber. Yeah, he ain't fought nobody of this caliber, and and for Jermell Charlo, he been out the ring for 2 years. So really, if I'm keeping a bean about Ennis and Charlo ain't got shit to lose. He get one last payday before he go into retirement. If for Ennis he lose this fight or he struggle, no, he ain't great. Charlo for the most part, his name ain't like you beating Earl Spence or you beating a Deontay Wilder. I mean, if I had to give if I had to equate it to something, it's like Floyd. I guess. I mean, I can't even say that. Man, honestly, it's probably like James Toney beating the older Vander Holyfield. I think people like Ennis I like Ennis so much, right? I think, or some people do. I think Holy feels some solid fighter was okay. But people still give him credit the way James Toney beat him. So I think it might be that type of fight for him. And people like Ennis. So, but as far as Vergil Ortiz and Jermell Charlo, I mean, I think it's another fight. I think Ortiz is a little bit more seasoned with Boca Chuck, Madrimov. I mean, I think that might be another pick and fight, but I think Ortiz. I think we know Ortiz can take a shot. So I think Ortiz will come out guns a blazing. I think Ortiz's style. He might clip Charlo like he got Erickson Lubin out of there, in my opinion. If he don't, and Charlo start boxing him, and Charlo start measuring with that jab and that right hand, it could be a long night for him. So in my opinion, I might, stylistically wise, depending on where Charlo at, I think Vergil can beat Charlo. I think I will give Vergil a slight edge to beat Charlo. I mean, a slightly better chance to beat Charlo than Ennis. It's just a style thing. I think Vergil get busy quick. You know what I'm saying? And I think Jaron can too. So, I mean, I think it's about the same. I just think I know Vergil can take a punch. And I know Vergil don't give a fuck. He going to close that gap. In a way, Ennis can too. But I feel more comfortable if they fought and I had to put bread on it, which is close. I feel more comfortable. I think Vergil's style get the job done. It's my opinion, but I just think styles make fights. But I think either or. I think, Charlo going down regardless. Scrub the ground, Doodoo Brown, Charlo going down. So that's just my opinion. But like I said before, I think it's a good fight. It's an enticing fight. I think it's a fight that, I wouldn't mind seeing. So yeah. But I think I favor both the young guys over them. But I think if Charlo's in shape, he can make the weight. His experience, I think his experience, that'll be dope. So, but yeah, man, look forward to it. But I doubt if it go down. I read Oscar saying that they, still a chance that the, in this fight can happen for Vergil Ortiz. Of course, there's still a chance it can happen because it's just for the simple fact that if y'all don't make it happen, then y'all don't have a TV. Y'all don't have a TV deal. Y'all don't have a TV deal. If you don't make it happen, ain't no TV deal. So, But hey, it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Hit the link tree, find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.